Yep. Let's get into the second half of the song. If you would like to get a song played in the second half of the podcast, like we're about to do right now, please feel free to go to the Temple of Bars community page and put 1 track per comment. The next one that we're getting into, guys, is from 81 Malters. 81 Malters gave us People Under the Stairs. Very familiar with these guys. We are big fans. All of us are. This one is called The Dig. Let's do it.
I feel like we've had this on the channel years ago.
We may have.
I'll check.
During Reaction Radio, maybe.
Yeah. I had some of my best gems sent through there.
We got 40 crates, black plates, rare goose breaks, no 78s, Vietnam era, United States, American funk, private label, a major turntable, sunken treasures, it's in the 4-4 measures. Now life's only pleasures is digging, I do it often. So when I die, don't cry, put my records in a coffin and bury me next to a very big tree with my MPC. So they won't warp as a corpse. Remember me as a daily beat digger that figured out better ways of tracking down vinyl, like working at Rhino in the good old days. When the pay came, raised the notch, new spots, friends with owners under counters, digging through the new box. 45 shoebox to understock, rock records before gas, wood and glass. Fuck it, I'll walk for weeks and sacrifice seats, looking for beats that coalesce with chronic like this here 45 on microtronics. New spots harmonic to sonic enhance my life. My records are my children, my ancestors, and my wife. They're there for me, carefully picked and never picked. My record karma stays stronger than the record by the biz. I know places you don't, did places you won't. You'll fuck a loop digger in my city, man, just stay home. You see me by a payphone on Normandy and King. Don't wonder why as you drive by, I'm doing one thing. Head down, studying my music like Schroeder. Daily digging dust missions, wearing out my motor. Finger full of boards, back aching, arch support. Failing 2 hours to a new spot. Fuck it, we still failing in my ride, digging worldwide. Bringing heritage home, reconnaissance, innocence, renaissance elements. Evidence of long lost musical intelligence. Big picture relevance. The only way my life makes sense. I'm 2 weeks late paying my rent. I'm digging out the past and the present. And all my fucking money's being spent. The only way my life makes sense. I'm 3 weeks late paying my rent. I'm digging out the past and the present. The only way my life makes sense.
I get my records insured before the life coverage. Up in my room all day. Y'all say I'm on some other shit. Digging through the blue, gray, yellow, and green crates like I've never done it before. Got records scattered on the floor. Got records hanging on the wall. And in my bathroom too. Got stacks up in the hallway. Let me put this another way. Yo, I don't give a record deal and nothing but cold cash and no hard time. Pats on my back cause now I'm doing fine. Vinyl is like boom, boom. I needed to live. My fingertips been touching wax since I was a small kid. And ever since I've been a big double. It's kinda bad. I sit and just listen to all the money that I had. I drop 10 on some smoke, you know where the rest goes. More money to listen to, never dressing for the hoes. Fuck clothes, DVD or holiday, and real estate relationships and bullshit. And yo, I'm digging through the
I grabbed him up, you took his gold, he ain't do nothing, we still got the gold to this day. Yo, man, I ain't never been, we gonna tax him again and again, so just keep your mouth closed. I ain't never been taxed before.
And I know, like, wait, there used to be this store I used to go to called Empire Records in Kitchener, Ontario. It's still there, I think. And was it Empire or Atlantic? I forget. But it was a big record store, but it was independently owned. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a chain. So it was the only place to get like underground punk rock records. And they had a whole punk rock section of records and CDs and tapes and everything, right? And there's nothing better than going in there and digging through all that shit, buying a couple new records, buying a couple new CDs. Mm-hmm. And that's like what these guys are doing, you know? This is just like regular life bars talking about like what tunes we're going to listen to bring back what memories.
Didn't they do a movie about Empire Records?
Yeah, then,
Yeah.
then it's Encore Records. Is that a movie too?
Different. No, Empire Records was a movie, but
Yeah.
Is that with Jack Black?
No.
Then it's Encore Records in Kitchener. Encore?
No, this was the early '90s, and it was about an independent record store.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
Maybe that's where they got the name for it. I'm not sure. I think it was called Encore. Whatever it was a wicked record store down on Queen Street in Kitchener. I'm sure it's still there. And that's what they had. They had all the punk rock merch, like all the shirts and hats and stickers and all that shit. It was the best. And it sounds like these guys are just reminiscing, going through the record collections. The crates upon crates, those milk crates that everyone keeps their records in. I can just picture fingering through all the records. Good times. Nostalgic track, wholesome. Gonna listen to this with my kid. A lot of people under the stairs.
On King Street?
Yeah, is it King Street?
I'm asking you.
King Street in Kitchener. No, Queen Street.
Oh, Queen. Okay, well, there's an Encore Records on King Street in Kitchener.
Yes. Oh, right. It moved. It just moved. It's around the corner. So if you look at the map, Queen Street's about a block from where it is now. It just moved.
Right.
I haven't been into the new location actually. But yeah, it just moved from.
Yeah, it was Encore.
Yeah, Encore, dude. What a fucking record store that was. Thank you, Chuck, for getting that in there for me. I'm gonna give that a solid 9.2. What is my song of the night so far? It is Lady Poetic's Pete Rock, or was it Hobgoblins? No. Yeah, it was Pete Rock. Not beating Pete Rock. That was a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 though. I love it. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Yeah, it was cool. Like to, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about LA, and I don't know a lot where landmarks and things like that. But some of the streets they were talking about, I have some familiarity, so it's kind of cool to hear. When you recognize something in a song.
Yeah.
But it was cool, like just kind of them talking about like their music journey in Cali, in LA, and kind of like what it's been, and going through the crates and trying to find inspiration and doing, finding the beats and he talked about his MPC 1200 with them, and he talked about a whole bunch of different aspects of beat making and things like that. So it was kind of cool to hear just them. I haven't heard this album in quite a while, but man, I think that's 8.75 material.
8.75. Lady Poetic, what do you say?
Uh-oh.
Oh, your mic's off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree with that. Score-wise, I'm going to give this 8.75 as well. The beat was fantastic. I love the subject matter, really relevant, very relatable. Digging through the crates, right? Finding old gems, scattering tapes and CDs on the floor. Good stuff. Yeah.
8.75. Chuck, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go 8.5. Yeah, that it was nice, I'm definitely a fan of People Under the Stairs in general, so but
Not surprising, yeah.
Yeah. They always have kind of a somewhat of a mellow vibe, but still but not too mellow. Yeah, it was a good track all around, 8.5.
Yeah, they dropped a couple shits in there. They spiced it up a little bit.
But I think as far as I feel like I kind of have the digital equivalent of like digging through the crates now when I go hunting for something, and I'm like looking through like old archives and that like aren't on public web pages anymore, yeah, it's 8.5. It was a good track.
Joe, what are you saying? Oh, we lost Joe.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Joe says,
Joe ain't saying shit. Joe said, "Fuck that song. I'm out of here."
While we wait for him to come back, also people should know that Ignacio's channel, Ignacio Lascano, on YouTube has all of our playlists. Those are our crates. So feel free to go spin through our crates as way.
You can find all of our playlists from Volume 1, and when we first started this thing,
and also
all the way back.
Of course, on this channel, I post a lot of individual content of just me. But if you just want to see the podcast tab on the channel is now active. And I have a podcast playlist going on the podcast tab. So 86% say yes. We'll wait till Joe comes back for the next one. Let's get on to the next one, though. It is from Lethal Sub-Zero, my buddy Toxic, who I'm going to have on Going to Kentucky pretty soon. We're going to have a huge cannabis history, cannabis